The HP Outdoors Waterfowl podcast is fueled by Eukanuba. If you want to get the most of your dog in your training sessions, you need nutrition that holds nothing back. Eukanuba's new premium performance lineup is built with the nutrients dogs need to help unleash their max potential. That starts with providing energy that matches their efforts, supporting optimal nutrient delivery, and supporting post-exercise recovery. Check out the new Eukanuba premium performance lineup and find your dog's fuel at eukanubasportingdogs.com. You are listening to the HP Outdoors Waterfowl Podcast. The HP Outdoors Waterfowl Podcast is powered by Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy. CGA is the world's most comprehensive online gun dog training resource. They've got over 160 instructional videos that includes everything you need to take your 7-week-old puppy to a finished gun dog. Visit cornerstonegundogacademy.com to sign up for the free preview module and begin your training journey today. Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy, the most advanced gun dog training resource on the web. Gunner kennels are engineered for your dog, designed for travel, and built for your peace of mind. The G1 kennel has set a new industry standard and put Gunner in a category all its own. They were started to protect your pet, and it continues to be at the center of everything that they do. Gunner's dedicated to building the best and safest pet travel crate on the market because man's best friend deserves man's best kennel. Check out their G1 series of kennels and accessories at gunner.com. All right, we've made it to lesson 9, the last lesson in module 3 of the Foundations of Waterfowl Hunting course brought to you by HP Outdoors. This lesson, we are talking about blind bag essentials. These are things that you absolutely need to have with you when you head to the field. And we've certainly done multiple episodes where we talk about blind bag essentials and what you want to have with you. So feel free to head over to hpoutdoors.com and do a keyword search for that and find the episodes where we've talked about this in the past. But the quick and down and dirty for this is, these items are things that you just need to have when you're in the field. Some of them are because the law requires it. Others are because it's one of the essential items for a successful hunt. Or there's a variety of reasons why we have some of these items with us. So Dan and I will go through a list of things that we believe you need to have. This is not all encompassing. I'm sure there are things that others would feel that are required to be in there that we haven't mentioned on this list, but this is a good starting point, a thing to kind of get you going on what you need to pull together to have a complete blind bag kit when you head to the field. So starting off with number 1, obviously you need to have your proper hunting licenses. We've talked about this already in the course, but you need to ensure you have your federal duck stamps, your state duck stamps, your hunting license, all of the things that are required to make sure that you're legal. You got to have them on there. Game strap, you want to have a way to transport your birds from the field after the harvest and ensure that they're assigned to you so that you're meeting all of the bag and possession limits and all that sort of good stuff. So a game strap is the way to do that. A knife can be used obviously for a multitudes of reasons, but it's just always a good rule of thumb to have a good sharp knife in your kit with you at all times. A first aid kit is also something important to have. You just never know when you're going to find yourself in a medical emergency in the field. You might not be able to get the help quick enough, and a first aid kit might be something that could ultimately save your life. So some of that stuff, having it with you, a small kit, is certainly an essential thing. You're going to need your calls. You're going to need ways to, work birds and try to get them to come give you a look and finish into your spread. So calls are something that are always in the blind bag for me when I'm heading out. And then the last thing for me on the list is snacks. You certainly always have to have your snacks with you in the field. It's important to keep calorie intake going, helps keep you warm when it's cold outside, helps get you through slow times in the flight where you need something to do and your attention's not always looking in the sky. Having something to eat can really help lift morale, lift spirits, help you get through those slow points, and put you in a good mood for when the birds start picking back up. You'll be all ready to go. So for me, that's a handful of items that I believe are essential for the blind bag.
So the snacks will get you over the hangry sessions, is what you're saying. What's your go-to snack? I think I know what it is.
Oh man, it varies a lot. It's not my go-to because I've kind of gotten away from them. But my favorite blind snack is a honey bun. I love honey buns in the blind. That's my favorite.
How was it?
But
Lately, it's been the crackers. You like those little
yeah,
six packs of crackers.
yeah. So I try to keep it a little more bland. Sometimes sugar is not a good mix for the blind for me for just logistical reasons. So I try to keep it bland with some crackers or something like that if I need to have something.
Yeah, man, I hear you. Speaking of hear you, I'm going to move right into hearing protection. Big fans of Sound Gear and what they have going on to do. Yeah, I good little segue right into it. And then water, something to drink, water, Mountain Dew, coffee, whatever, Monster, whatever it may be, something to wash those dry crackers down that Josh shares with you if he does share with you when you're in a blind. Moving on, the ammo of your choice, whatever you decide to take on out there. Something I seem that you get to trade in your cell phone every 2 years for a new one, upgrade, and that's about right on the timing period where you get through a second waterfowl season for me, and there's always some kind of potential water damage. So if you're looking for some kind of dry storage for your cell phone or making sure that that's not getting rained on. My next one would be a headlamp. There's so many options out there. I think one of the best ones is about $30 off Amazon, and it just crushes nonstop. So that's a big one. I've forgotten it multiple times. It is not fun to set up, and it's not fun to walk into your spot when you keep getting hit with branches and everything else as you're trying to make it to where you're hunting. And then we used to be big face painters. We're not face painters so much anymore, but a face mask, face paint, if you can't help but pie face the ducks, you want something to make sure you're not shining out there. I think that's pretty good. I would say a sharp, you said the sharp knife. I would maybe suggest a multi-tool if you do have to do some in-field care on your gun or any other kind of equipment. A multi-tool is never bad to have in your blind bag as well.
Yeah, no question. That's a good idea as well. Again, the list isn't all encompassing. There's probably some things that we should have on there that we don't. But again, it's a good starting point for anybody that's looking to put together their first blind bag. That's going to do it for Lesson 3. We talked about a lot of equipment and gear in this module. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Many of the items, as Dan's mentioned, many of the things we talk about in this lessons in Module 3, you can find full in-depth episodes on them from some of our past shows. So feel free to look those up at hpoutdoors.com or on iTunes and hear more about those things in much greater detail. All right, we're going to go on to module number 4, which we're going to call the hunt. And in this module, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the actual hunting process, what it takes to get out, find a location, execute a successful hunt from start to finish. So we'll go ahead and jump right into that module next. That's going to do it for this episode of the HP Outdoors Waterfowl Podcast. If you're new to the show, head over to iTunes, check out some of our past episodes, and while you're there, leave us a 5-star rating and review. It's the best way for like-minded hunters just like you to find our show. Check us out on social media, check us out over at hpoutdoors.com, and anywhere you can find quality podcast content. That's going to do it for this week. Till next time, for Dan, I'm Josh. Take care.